In your country, if a person with no heirs and no will suddenly passed away, will he or she be given a decent funeral and a place to rest in peace? A 46-year-old woman in Shanghai recently passed away due to a brain hemorrhage, and leaving no heirs to deal with all the aftermath at her estate. And that has aroused a significant public interest and sparked discussions. Now the residents' committee in her neighborhood is working with her former employer and distant relatives to organize the necessary arrangements. Since she did not have any legal heirs, the residents' committee applied to the local district people's court, requesting that the court designate the district civil affairs bureau as the estate manager. And if appointed, the Civil Affairs Bureau assess the woman's assets, and it will also safeguard all her property, resolve debts, and manage claims associated with medical and funeral costs. And the latest progress is that the Civil Affairs Bureau has just issued a public notice for people who have the kinds of relationship with the woman to provide documents to the Bureau within 3 months. First, anyone who lives on the woman or who has taken care of her during her whole life, or who has been given a will from her. And second, debt owners. And third, legal heirs who has disagreement with the Bureau's role to assess the women's assets. While this unprecedented legal process is ongoing, the public is more concerned about if the woman would have a funeral or not, or will she be given a cemetery at the cost of her own assets? And if so, who will be in charge of this long process? This is largely because many of the only child in China that born in the 1980s have turned to middle age already. And with the growing age, there will be circumstances when a person, the only child in the family who has no legal heirs, passes away with no will. While in the past, many are born in big families with a number of siblings and relatives, and traditionally they would be in charge of all the aftermaths and deal with the assets. So this is just the beginning of more similar cases in the coming years. And it's good that the Civil Bureau is taking steps within the current legal boundary, and hopefully this case will be resolved and set a good example for the public.